this series, we've put together fine Scottish icons with even finer Scottish personalities. There was shortbread the Aggie Mackenzie way, Scotch whisky sampled by that fine actor David Hayman, and Rabbie Burns, sung by my friend Alex Norton. But it's fair to say we've left the best till last. Here's a tasty wee Scottish treat, famous throughout this land and beyond. Can be a bit spicy, great with a dram. It's Kirsty Walk on haggis.
I've always loved haggis and eaten a lot of it around about Burns time. But it's quite a mysterious dish. By the time we get it, it's sanitised, it's all wrapped up. You've no real idea of what's inside. Today, my job is to get under the skin of the haggis, into the guts of our national dish.
And my first step is a crash course in making the dish from scratch. Taking me through my paces is award-winning butcher Sandy Crombie, whose family has been producing their own recipe haggis since the 50s.
I think we'll start with the basic ingredients.
What are the basic ingredients?
Well, the
I
pluck,
think I know, but I don't know.
the pluck of an animal, where you have the lungs, the heart, and some liver. And the thrapple, or the windpipe, which would extend from here, would hang over the end of the pot, and that drove some of the impurities out as it was boiled. That's the oatmeal. It's a mixture of pinhead and medium.
Pinhead and medium, okay? These are Spanish onions, but
They are,
they're
yes.
quite sweet.
They are, and they're also quicker and easier to peel.
Yeah. I like my haggis with spicy.
I don't like going over the top myself, but every butcher's got their own mixture, their own spice
That's
mixture.
delicious. There's a bit of cinnamon in there, or nutmeg.
Well, it could be. It's a secret. The meat's all cooked for about 2.5 hours.
It smells absolutely fantastic. Lordy.
You're doing a fine job, give up broadcasting.
I got a job with you, learning to make haggis.
Now we've strained the cooked offal out of the pot, it goes through the mincer along with the onions before the next step.
Oh my goodness. I'm just wondering, I can't, so it's basic. There might even be a bit of cumin in there.
No secret, no secret. Get very close, mind you.
Right, all right, okay. All spice. All spice.
Ah.
God, this is the biggest gloves I've ever worn. Oh, this is fantastic. I love this. This is what I do in my kitchen most days, of course.
This is what we call ox bungs. It's the large intestine.
It's like a
They're
sauce.
all turned inside out and
Oh my.
scraped and...
That is amazing. Okay, we're going to make haggis. Oh, this is flat on my face.
Okay, and you hold this fairly tightly there and fill to the size that you want. You leave about a hand's width between the next one. That's it. Whoa,
Okay, this is a haggis we're very
it's a big family. It's a big.
This is the least enjoyable part of doing this squeezing business.
Oh, that's enough. That's lovely.
That's
There we
a
are.
small, perfectly formed haggis.
That's,
as opposed to this one in the middle.
yeah, it's a little bit on the big side, isn't it, this one?
Can we squeeze it in half?
We can make it any size we want.
Oh,
Just
look.
see?
It's a haggis
Take this.
breakfast.
After 2 hours in the steamer, my haggis is ready to taste.
There we are. Warm, reeking, rich. Fair for your honest, sonsy face. Great chieftain of the button race. When the more you take your place. Page, try poor term. Wheel of your worthy o' grace as lands my earn. His knife, see rustic, liver dirt, and cut you up with any slick. Drenching your gushing entrails, breath like on a ditch. And then, oh, what a glorious warm, reeking, rich.
That is fantastic. So basically, if you make enough haggis, the poem just comes out.
Exactly, yeah. Can't help it.
So how did this business of stuffing entrails into an animal's stomach become our national dish? I've come to meet food historian Catherine Brown to find out.
There is actually a recipe in Apicius, the first Roman cookery book, for something similar to what we would call a haggis. But what we're talking about now today as haggis is the Scotch haggis. It was originally an English dish.
But not called haggis.
It is called haggis, yes. And in 1615, Jervis Markham, who wrote The English Housewife, says that it's very popular among all people in England.
So how did it become a Scottish national dish? How do you account for that?
Burns put haggis on the map. He used the images of peasantry and, you know, thrift, and, you know, getting together all these bits and pieces and making something really worthwhile out of it. It was an important sort of national image, I think, that he created there. He was drawing on the point that we were at in history, that we had lost our monarchy, we had you know, also lost our parliament, and there was a crisis of identity, I think, in Scotland, and we needed something national to...
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So you lose all that, but we gain a haggis.
Yes.
I think that's
Quite a good... Yes, I think so too.
All this listening and learning has given me an appetite.
When it comes to haggis, I'm a purist. I'm a kind of meat and two veg girl. Just tatties and neat does it for me. However, that is not to say that I'm not up for a new culinary experience. So who better to come to than Scotland's youngest Michelin-starred chef, Tom Kitchen, to see what he's got in mind for my very own haggis.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and reinvent haggis, neeps and tatties a wee bit. I'm going to bring into it, you know, some more spring elements, you know, some fennel, some peas and broad beans, a little bit of carrot. I'm going to make like a raw vegetable salad. With the neeps, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice them really thin, and I'm going to marinate them in a sweet and sour pickling liquid. And with the tatties, I'm going to cut them up in a wee chefy way, you know, nice and thin, deep fry them, so we're going to have crispy tatties on top as well. Oh, plate. All our lovely vegetables there. With all these different colours and vegetables, you can get a good portion of your haggis in the middle. And last but not least, some deep fried tatties, just to make it a wee bit chefy. We'll drizzle.
I like the idea this is chefy.
There we go. Haggis, neeps and tatties with crispy raw vegetables, pickled neeps, and Kirsty's haggis. Here's the moment of truth.
It is like a kind of spring dish, isn't it?
Exactly. Hopefully it's lightened it up there.
That is delicious. The fennel, you can taste the fennel.
That's it, yeah.
It's quite delicious. Actually, I might have been a purist, but my head has been turned. Thank you very much indeed, Tom.
Excellent.
Sloucher.